Presentation, I present Vincent van Gogh's The Potato Eaters painting. Before the before the talking about painting, I want to talk about the artist. Van Gogh was Dutch painter, and he was born in 1853. He used post-impressionism movement. At the moment, artists use vivid colors and abstract shapes in paintings. When he was young, he selling art objects with his uncle because his uncle was famous art dealer. But the job didn't suitable for him because he was a social and depressive person, and he's not good with communication with others. So he wanted to be a farmer, but his parents didn't like the choice of Van Gogh's because they belong to upper middle class and they have great expectations about their son. Van Gogh had mental illness and psychological disorders throughout his life, and one day he cut his own ear and make a self-portrait about that event. That's the portrait, and that's the other self-portrait of Van Gogh. They are very famous portraits. Also, he used the nature and agricultural themes in many of his paintings. One of them is the potato eaters. In the painting, Van Gogh wanted to show us a peasant's life in the 19th century. The painting is a oil painting, and it painted it's painted in 1885. In the painting, a family is gathered together after work and they are eating a potato. They have a little light, and when I examine the, the room, they look poor because they haven't many of items and they have only basic items. When I look the people in the painting, they look worried and they didn't look happy. When the painting was created, the world is changed with Industrial Revolution. People move from villages to cities, and it causes a lot of problems because cities haven't enough infrastructure for crowded people, and people earn low wages and they suffered with disease. Maybe the family is one of them because they look very unhappy. And this painting is very important for Van Gogh because he make a lot of practices before starting the painting. But if I carefully examine the painting, I can see problems. For example, this man's drinking coffee, but the aim of cup is awkward, and the woman's shoulders is wrong aim. I think Van Gogh's consider meaning of the painting greater than details. because if he want to make a lot of details, he can do that, but he didn't choose it. The painting is a small painting, and its size is 82 to 114. When the painting was created, artists in the world, like the movements, for example, post-impressionism, impressionism, and symbolism, and the movement's common characteristics are they used vivid colors and exaggerated shapes and symbols. But when I compare the painting with these movements, the painting is more realistic painting, and it haven't a symbolism or vivid colors. It has a very dark colors like gray, dark green, and black colors. Van Gogh want to show us with the painting is how peasants life, and they had a struggle life because they should work every time, and when the dinner time is come, they can eat only potatoes. It shows they had a very difficult life, and their life is without joy. They lived in a starvation line, and when I consider the points, I get annoyed and bored because the people haven't hopes, and that is very sad. The people's bodies isn't strike, it's and they aren't have a good shape. If I examine their face and mimics, they don't look, and they have lot of wrinkles in face and their hands. But the people didn't look, aren't look old. The hard life make worse to people. After I make a lot of research about the painting, I found Van Gogh's other paintings are more colorful, and they they belong to much more post-impressionism, but the painting isn't about the post-impressionism. It's just an example of a ordinary peasant family. When I think Van Gogh's former passion about becoming a farmer and looking at the farming families' faces, I see a lot of contrast because Van Gogh should think about uh, becoming a farmer is a peaceful job, and this and without stress, but the people look very stressful and worried, and I can't understand why he did think that. Maybe Van Gogh thought life is life is difficult and hard for everyone because he had a very depressive life. He had a mental disorders, and he think life can be exist without a joy, and we should do only our responsibilities. Thank you for listening.